evening, everyone. Tashina Gonzalez back here with Vida Activa, and I am back to share with all of my monolingual friends, all of my friends that need the information in English. And we are talking about natural support for PMS. So all this month, we are talking about healthy hormones and natural ways that we can support our hormones. So hopefully you have seen the video that I did with general information on Friday. If you haven't, hop on my YouTube channel immediately so you can watch that video as well. Obviously, we're not going to get to everything, but we're going to try to hit on some of the major stuff that's in our classes, as well as in these lives that I will do with a little bit more detailed information. So as usual, as you hop on here, give me a wave, a hi, a hello. Let me know what city and state you are hailing from, and hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, whether or not you are watching me live or you're watching the replay on any of the mediums such as YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. So with that, let's get into the information. So as I mentioned in my first video, the first thing that you have to do is talk to your doctor, and maybe re-talk to your doctor. If you just saw the post that I put out on Facebook and Instagram, you may have to talk to them more than once, but talk to your doctor, explain how important it is, talk to another doctor if you have to, and get your levels checked. You have to know, are you estrogen dominant or are you low in estrogen? You have to know exactly where you are so that you can get the right amount of food and the right amount of solutions. But in general, some of the things that happen and some of the things that you can do, first of all, also record your symptoms for like a few months and try to record like what you're eating and how you feel and what's going on at that time. And then some of the things that you could do starting with your food, because food is always our first line of defense. Food is our medicine, and that's where we start. So like we talked about in the general information before, you're gonna make sure that you exercise on a regular basis, especially when it's your time of the month. And then some of the things that you're going to do when it comes to your food: reduce your salt intake, eat a variety of fruits and vegetables, focusing on lots of leafy greens. If you guys saw my stories and everything, and I still have a couple more pictures to post, I was making sure I had like protein shakes most morning because there wasn't really the type of food I ate when I was down south. And then I made sure to get my egg whites and power greens because that's what I usually eat most mornings. So focusing on those power greens are going to get you your iron and some of your other essential nutrients. Drink plenty of water. It's something we have to do all the time, but especially during your time of the month. Make sure that you're eating things to get a sufficient amount of calcium and vitamin D. Make sure you're getting a lot of omegas, so snack on nuts. Eat complex carbs and avoid processed food, and eat whole grains. Now, for some people that are like me, that have a lot of allergies, or maybe you just still need to make some adjustments in your diet, you may need some vitamin supplements. So what are some of the things that you're going to make sure that you are definitely supplementing if you want to minimize symptoms of PMS? Calcium, magnesium, vitamin E, and vitamin B6. Those are going to be really essential because they've been reported to soothe some symptoms. Some herb things that you can try: ginkgo, ginger, chasteberry, evening primrose oil, and St. John's wort. And tomorrow we are having a class about targeted nutrition. One of those targeted nutrition things are going to focus on hormones such as thyroid and prostate and all other types of hormones. And we're going to touch on some supplements that we have that have some of these herbs in them. That's going to be tomorrow at the Rusty Bucket in Bloomfield Hills at 7 p.m. for those of you that are here in Michigan. So make sure you are there, as well as other targeted support like for joint support, muscle relief, stuff like that. Try massage therapy or acupuncture. Those are a couple of other amazing things that you can do. Now, of course, we always talk about some of the other natural things that you can do. So I'm going to share with you all of the things that I did this weekend and a couple other things. Now, remember, if you know my story or if you saw what I used to post, I'm doing a little bit extra because I've had issues in the past that I don't want to return. And I'm also in this a moment experience a couple heavy days my first 2 days, which I'm trying to work out. So you may only need a couple of the things that I'm talking about, but this is what my regimen was And in addition to that, one of the things I mentioned in my Spanish video, like my uncle left, one of my uncles, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, you're like so chill and awesome. Like, I don't know if it's the oils you're using or what exactly you're doing." And I'm like, well, it's everything. It's the positive affirmations, and it's the listening to Christian music every morning, and the oils, and the way I eat, and the everything, right? So, like, how many times do you have people when it's on your time of the month say that you're super awesome and super chill, especially when you're like at a funeral? So that lets me know that what I'm doing is working, right? So, first thing on the list that most women need, Progestance Plus. Now, I'm not really going to get into details of why you need this because we're going to be doing that in all of our classes, and you need to show up to your classes. And one of my friends is actually going to give you an in-depth video on this, which I will share on my business page. So make sure you're always tuned in that for information. Endoflex Vitality. So this is going to support your complete endocrine system. So I was taking this every morning, and these two things I take every day, no matter what. Geranium. So geranium, I have a roller ball on, I rub on my stomach. And this is another one that I do use every single day to support healthy hormones. Then a couple that I was using just on the weekend and I'm still using right now to support during my time of the month, clary sage. So clary sage is a great one to help. And then ylang ylang is another great one to help. And then a couple of things to support your mood, because that's one of the issues sometimes that we have. Peace and calming. So peace and calming, I was putting in my diffuser every single night. Peace and calming is just one of my favorites. It actually does have ylang ylang in it as well. It has tangerine, orange, ylang ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. And then I was rubbing on my Calm CBD. So this, some of the key things that are going to help me stay calm, as well as doing it at night to help me sleep amazingly, are going to be lavender, vetiver, frankincense, ylang ylang, and orange, plus that CBD that just takes it to a whole entire another level. So that was my regimen. Your mileage may vary, obviously, but if you right now, again, I was going through a funeral, so very emotional, around lots of family, and then I was on my time of the month, a little bit heavy, which is never fun. And I felt no emotional ups and downs. I have no pain. My time of the month sneaks up on me. So this is some of the things that I do to get to that. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. Again, if you have just tuned in, please give me a hi, a hello. Let me know what city and state you are hailing from, and make sure that you are tuned in all month for more information, especially to our Facebook classes and in-person classes that are in Michigan. And if you know anyone that like really suffers during their time of the month or really suffers in PMS, please share this video with them. With that, I'm going to close this out, and you guys have an amazing evening. Thanks for joining me. Bye.